Ubisoft, and yes, I say UBI, not Ubi or Ubi, because I'm not a 2-year-old. No, that's just my take on it. A lot of people think, they just grew up understanding it as UB or whatever. But Ubisoft shuts down another studio and lays off around 185 people. And that is, what is that, a Black Samurai?
Yeah, that's the Black
Uh,
Samurai.
or is that George Floyd? They actually have a skin for the Black Samurai George Floyd. He goes around tearing up Japanese villages and they're bowing to him. They're He's like double, triple their size, slicing shit down and destroying stuff, and they're just bowing to him. And everybody, and they're like, there's nothing wrong with this. What the, aren't you people supposed to be the sensitive ones?
Yeah.
Ubisoft announced it was shutting down another studio and laying off around 185 people across its entire business. Tom Phillips at Eurogamer reports that Ubisoft shut down Ubisoft's Leamington, which was located in, all these British terms, Warwickshire, England. The studio's 50-person staff is being disbanded. According to Moby Games, Ubisoft's Leamington's most recent release included Avatar, Frontier of Pandora, and Watch Dogs Legion, and also worked on Hyper Scrape. Yeah, Scrape, Starlink, Battle for Atlas, and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So a lot of games are being affected by these massive layoffs. And I think we all know why the layoffs are happening.
Yeah.
Mr. Samurai Floyd.
Yeah.
We have the nobody. First of all, welcome to the stream. Always glad to see you. Always glad to hear from you. I heard about that game. It's so damn dumb. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They try so hard to be sensitive that they become offensive. The irony is hilarious. Well, it's like I always like to say, they are the Ouroboros. They are the snake eating its tail. Their logic goes so far, it turns on them and they eat their own.
Yeah.
On top of Ubisoft's Leamington being shut down, Philip also shared that other Ubisoft offices in Dusseldorf, formerly Blue Byte, Stockholm, and Newcastle-based Ubisoft Reflection will be downsized. I see why now they go Ubi or Ubi, because if you have to read it over and over again. But anyway,
Yeah.
and Ubisoft spokesman confirmed the closure and layoffs as part of ongoing effort to prioritize projects and reduce costs that ensure long-term stability at Ubisoft. We have announced targeted restructuring at Ubisoft Dusseldorf, Ubisoft Stockholm, and Ubisoft Reflection at the permanent closure of Ubisoft Leamington site. We know why they're really doing it, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like nobody told them, when we first figured out what they were making, it was like, whoa, what's wrong with you? Why would you do this? And they would not listen.
That's like that developer making a video going, the developers do not know what the gamers want. That's bullshit. Because gamers try to tell them and they don't listen.
Yeah.
They don't listen.
I mean, as it was pointed out as well, by what way platform do we have of telling them? The biggest platform we have of telling them is people like me and bigger streamers than me will bitch about it. And they'll go, you're a troll, you're a grifter, it's an organized hate attack. No, we're trying to tell you, you're about to lose your ass, you're about to go bankrupt, you're about to be fucked.
Maybe they want to be fucked.
Get the lube, bend over, because it's happening.
Yeah. But anytime anybody has any criticism about their games, they block them, they shut them off.
Yeah.
So they don't.
Yeah, that man was like, developers don't know what gamers want, and gamers won't tell them exactly. It's like, you're the developer, motherfucker. It's easy for us to tell you what you've done wrong, but you're
Yeah.
the one that's supposed to figure out how to do it right.
Yeah. I miss the days where games were good. They didn't have any politics in them, and you just played them for fun to get away from life for a while.
It says this should impact 185 employees overall. I'm betting it's more than that because the many places, physical buildings they named, the many games they named. I'm betting it's a lot more than 185.
Yeah, I think so too.
This announcement comes in the wake of Ubisoft announcing it would shut down X Defiant last month and transition half of the X Defiant team to other positions within the company. At the same time, it also announced it would be closing San Francisco and Osaka production studios. Furthermore, the company shared it would be ramping down its Sydney production site. Ubisoft shared that 143 people be laid off in San Francisco and a combined 134 from Osaka and Sydney. It sounds like their entire business is falling apart, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, it's
This is
more
they've
than,
named places all around the world that they're shutting down.
yeah, so that pitiful number that they gave for the employees getting laid off is crap because they're going to lay off a lot more than what they're saying.
In a leaked email from Ubisoft CEO Ves Guillermo, whatever, to Ubisoft employees, he indicated more layoffs would be on the way. It's really adding up now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's been said that their actual big loss was on Skull and Bones, which nobody talks about because most people haven't even heard of it. But when they brought that out, I don't know, a few years ago, they're like, "This is the first quadruple A game, and this is the greatest thing. It's next gen graphics." And everybody was like, looked at it and was like, "I'll pass." And you don't hear about it. But it's being said that that's where they really lost their money. But then when Assassin's Creed Shadows, when people, got wind of that, I think that really was the last nail in the coffin for them.
yeah, I think so too.
Now, they have so much money, they will continue in some capacity, but this has got to hurt them. This is bringing them to, they're having physical sites around the world and they're shutting down. This is going to make them a shadow of their former selves. It was also rumored that Ubisoft shut down its Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown development team. So yet another. I haven't kept track, but there's been quite a few now listed.
That just sounds like they're going to be laying off a lot more than what they're saying.
Endymion shared, I was also told the project that ruined Ubisoft was not actually Outlaws or Shadows. It was actually Skull and Bones. I was just speaking on that. And that Skull and Bones failed so badly for Ubisoft, it was the actual reason why they're dying the way that they are. He said it's not actually Outlaws and Shadows, if you can believe it. So they sunk a legendary amount of resources into that game, and it is clearly did not work out for them all at all. But that may be the case, but they still had the reputation. They still had backers. They still had people feeding money to them. But then once you have such a disaster like Assassin's Creed Shadows that is insulting an entire country, more than one actually, but especially Japan, and pissing off all of America, that's going to leave a stain on them that they're not going to come back from so easily.
Yeah, but people tried to tell them before they released the damn stuff. You know, it's not like they didn't know. They did it anyway. They fucked around and they found out.